So we've got the Norton Summit results on this day. Zach 11:27 with the first one, and so some star riders here. Some star riders, if you know, you know. Chris Harper, Tour de France rider. Sam hit a Will Holmes, I think, record holder in the pursuit or something recently. You got some star riders here in Adelaide, and this ain't no slouch bunch. This is a Saturday morning super elite bunch. We've got Commonwealth Game riders here. We've got AS riders. We've got Tour de riders. We've got Tour de France riders on the Norton Summit. It's just how we roll here. It's Adelaide life. Let's get to it. Another Saturday, another Norton Summit video. Huge bunch. It is a massive bunch. So I just put on the slow-mo here, and I sort of slept on this one. I was going to use a different tactic this week. And it sort of backfired, but then it worked out sort of okay. But it was weird. This is a thing with big bunches. Positioning is everything. So sped up here. I can see these two guys here emptying water bottles. So I thought, okay, these guys are it's going to be hot pace. But I'm thinking, okay, I've got these three riders. I'm actually in a bit of no man's land here because these guys are going to rip it up here faster than I am. And I didn't realize the bunch is going that fast up ahead. So it was quite interesting today. Very, very interesting. I should have been in the bunch. Okay, so the bunch is kicking on, man. There's an e-bike there, in the yellow there. So Norton Summit Marshall, and I'm putting out the watts now. I'm thinking I better get the going on. But look at that, the train is up ahead. So I've got to pass all those riders and then get up to sort of a front group area. But I know those three guys behind me are going to come zooming past as well. So I can probably just sling off them a little bit. And okay, let's look at this. All right. So the pace is on. Look at that. Look at this. Look at the gaps already. All right. Last week it was all bunched together, and look at the gaps already, man. All right. So I'm gonna get a bit of a slipstream off this e-bike here. This guy's super visible, and yeah, the pace is on, man. The pace is on, and I ended up doing a 13:30 on this day. 13:30. I didn't have a power meter on. I didn't press my stopwatch, so I had no idea really what I was doing other than perceived effort, and I was feeling quite comfortable. And I thought I'm just going to move up the bunch here to find some people who are riding about my same time. And I didn't realise that the guys should be riding with are off the front already. They're off the front already. There's like you can sort of see in the horizon there. There's like a bit of a split up there, and that's where I should have been. But hey, I slept and I missed the break. Anyway, we're cruising up here, so I'm just going to move up the bunch. And here we go. Here's the lads there. And I was like, no, they're going way too hot. That's way too hot of a pace. It was a hot day as well. So I didn't even try. You can see I didn't even try. Because that's just too far of a jump from where I'm at right now. So I can see there's some riders up here and I'm thinking, hang on, where is everybody? And I just realised they're up the road, man. They're up the road. So I see some riders in the bunch that we'll do around 14 minutes. So I'm like, okay, so today maybe isn't the day that I go a fast time. So I'll just sit in with here and we'll get some footage. So I'm going to sling in here with 10-story Tory, because I know Tory's going to do a decent time. And there's a few other riders in this group that, going to cruise along. We're going to go in, high 13s, low 14s. Okay, so I just stay around here, get some footage, all good to go. And it's a decent bunch, as you see. So I've had to wiggle past people, get up here, and you can sort of see on the left here there's some shrapnel from the front, very, very front group, okay, which is absolutely hurtling up here. Quite an interesting day. But it just goes to show you that you can have a plan from one week, but then the conditions change the next week. It was a really interesting day. So I got no power meter. I'm on my 2008 model Specialized Tarmac Facebook Marketplace deal, and I'm just going to slot in here, get the footage, and it's great. All these riders are very experienced, by the way. The two females in here, you got Tori, as you know, and you got Caitlin as well. So both these girls are definitely world class based on the times that they do up here. And I've ridden with Olympic gold medalist, road champs. I've been riding with elite women cyclists since 1998. So I know talent and I know female ability when I see it, and male ability as well. It's just something you can pick straight away. So I'm going to slot in here. I see this guy's got rim brakes. He's looking strong. He's going to hold the wheel. I'm good to go. All right. And we're at the front already. And there's Dean on the left. He's always a good sit. He'll push it. He'll do like a high 13 or low 14 consistently. Tick tock, tick tock. All right. So he's just good there. And then Caitlin is already on the front. And there's a huge
peloton behind us. And I'm thinking maybe I should drop back and just show you how big this bunch is. But then I'm thinking, oh, but maybe we might catch some riders ahead. Or just, I don't know. Anyway, and I also didn't want to gap people behind me. You can sort of see here on the right, on the left there, there's some more shrapnel there. All right. That's one of the ARA riders. That's a good colour jersey. It quite stands out quite well. Bit of visibility there for the road. So that guy's popped off the front. So the pace at the very, very front is hot. And we're zooming along here. This is going all right. Single line, single file. And you know when a bunch is single file that the pace is being set. And this is cool, man. You know, this is rad. So what happened today on the Strava, it looks like Caitlin set the third fastest ever time by a female up Norton Summit. Okay. Another rider here left, shrapnel from the front. He's going to slot in behind us. So yeah, Caitlin did third fastest time ever. I think Tori could have done that time today as well. Well, Tori's time I think it's like a 13:22 or something. So he's very good. There's Nick Underwood. I think that's Nick there. He's state champion back in 2003, I think it was. So experienced rider. Everybody in this bunch here now is Div 1 A graders. And looking sort of, we're zipping past the other riders on the road here. So you can sort of, you know, see how fast we're going compared to the other Norton Summit enjoyment users cruising along here. And you can still have the girls up front. You got Caitlin there and Tori on the front, just driving the pace. This is pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen. No, I haven't. I've never seen two girls on the front driving a big peloton sub 14 bunch of men. I've never seen that before ever, and I've done Norton Summit since 1996. Okay, so today was the first time ever I've seen two girls in the front driving it and just shredding bros off the back. This bunch is getting whittled down. There's another rider from the front group there uh, who's popped off. Now he's going to join us. So yeah, this is rad. So I'm sitting back here, sitting pretty. Think this is great footage to get. I'm just gonna, slot in and just keep the camera rolling. And you see everyone here's everyone's lean, everyone's an experienced rider, and yeah, and the two girls in the front are definitely world class, world tour ability, without a question there, without a question there. And they're shredding guys off the back. They're shredding now. Tori's in the front. Caitlin's gonna swap off, and and they're on heavy bikes as well. Imagine putting Tori back on an old bike where she's a lot faster. She sort of struggles now. You start to see Tori start to struggle with the power reduction on this new bike. Tori's new bike's just a fucking slug, man. It's just it's fucking junk, It's a gravel bike. I don't know what Tori's thinking, but hey, trends are trends. But yeah, you can just see it's just all the disc brakes and shit, all the spoke, just losing soft tires, just losing watts. And the pace is going on here. The pace has got a bit of this resurgence. So remember, these guys in this bunch, everybody here is race A grade. Everyone here is race A grade, okay? Everyone here is raced A grade, and now we're all taking turns here. The pace is really smooth. It's quite fast, and it's just nice and smooth, okay? So this guy sort of gapped a bit, so I thought I'll close the gap. And as you do, we flick at the shoulder there, so it's just about being smooth, rolling over. So now I'm on the front, and I keep the pace going. There's another rider. Looks like has been dropped from the shrapnel. And this is why I sit on so much, because now this looks boring. This looks boring. It's just the road ahead. There's no one directly to watch. So this is why I like to sit on. Well, that's the excuse I tell everybody. So I'm on the front here, just doing a pull of speed. And we're starting to catch up to riders who've been shelled from that front group. And now I technically should have been in this front group. All right. The group I'm in right now isn't fast enough for my goal of going sub 13. All right. And so I slept on that, tried a different tactic this week, and it failed. But it's gotten some really good footage. So I should be in the front group really suffering versus being in the back group here. Well, it's not the back group. This is the second group on the road, which is still, we've got some star riders. And we're zooming along. We're catching some quite experienced riders here. All the riders we're catching up to, they've all raced A grade Div 1. They're all just really seasoned riders here. Again, look, they've got the National Road Series riders in there that are just giant from the front, take it and pull them the turns. Yeah, so we're in good company. We're in good company here. I didn't realize this is 13:30 pace.
I had no power meter. I didn't hit the stopwatch. I really thought we were doing like a, like a, 14 or something. Just I had no idea. Agent on the right there, and his jersey zipped open. So yeah, he's a two underwriter back in the day, AS rider, star, Adelaide local star. So just yeah, and these guys are going to jump on. These guys on the left here also good riders. If you recognise a few faces there, so it's just a great vibe, man. And Norton Summit, come out and have a hit. It's great. All right, so with the paces on again, you can just sort of see single file. The ARA right on the front, they're driving it, and this is fantastic. And you can just see the energy here right in front of me. Caitlin, just chopping those pedals, just getting it done. Pushing, 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 no excuses, just getting it done. And that's the sort of energy it takes to ride fast up here. Just you can just feel the energy, can't you? She's just, there's no excuses. She's just like, I'm going, let's go, let's fucking push, let's push, let's push. There's just no excuses. You can feel the energy, and it's very palpable in real life being there. All these riders, just energy. Let's go, let's roll. Whether you're riding smooth or you're riding choppy, it doesn't matter. It's just and when I mean choppy, I mean as in the pedal and the chops. And see, there's a bit of a gap here. Tori sort of loses that wheel, and I come in and I give Tori a hand of God. I just put my hand on her back and give her a push up to that wheel because I know she can do it. All right. And we all get a push here and there, okay? So we only push the riders we know who can do it. I knew Tori could hold that wheel. She just needed a bit of encouragement. So I gave her a bit of the hand of God. And look at it. She's in it. She's on it, So it's like a little spot where you're in the gym on the bench press. Just someone just puts a finger under the bar and just helps you lift it back up. So we just gave Tori a spot there, hand of God, and she's back in the game. All right, that's just, that's what it takes. I remember Tori teaching her to ride clipless pedals back in the day. I remember riding up Norton Summit the first time. I think it was like we did it in like 28 minutes or something. Now look at her. Now look at her, just ripping the lads up. It's killer. Good to see. Tori's doing great. Got to get a better bike though, Tori. That one's just a clunker. Get back on the old bike, the rim brake one, the one you did the 1322 on. That's a fast bike. This one's just a handicap bike. But I think it is good though. Maybe Tori's doing a bit of a different training schedule. She's like training on a slow bike. This TCR is quite slow. 72 psi tires, quite slow. So it's good to train on a slow bike like this, and then when your form's peaking, you ride your in-brake bike and go for the PRs. That's what I'm doing. I was riding my S-Works SL8 months previously, and now my form's coming up. I'm only riding fast bikes, aka in-brake road. And so we've got Caitlin on the front here driving the pace. Just this is amazing. Again, I've never seen this before in my life. Two chicks on the front, just up there driving pace, getting it done, and a whole bunch of lads were just on the back, and people are getting shredded off. It's cool. It's really cool to see. Just goes to show the talent here in Adelaide is definitely world class. Coming to the last couple of minutes of Norton Summit, it's a pretty fast climb. Definitely drafting matters, and just it's a very powerful. It's more of a power climb versus a watts per kilo climb, so it suits the riders who can really push that flatland power more than it's not. It's not definitely not a pure climb. It's not a pure climb. It's a very popular climb, but it's not like a climber's climb. But this is great training. And we've come up to Carl there on the front now. Carl's setting the pace a bit. Again, he's a star rider. He could have been a World Tour rider back in the day for sure. Just physiology, knows how to push. Game changer. And people say, "Oh, what diet do all these people follow?" There's definitely heavy on the vegan, the plant-based, the vegetarian realm. From yours truly. But everybody here is cranking the sugars. All right, everyone here is a sugar cadence power meter sort of person. It's the done thing now. So everyone here is on the sugars. Everyone here loves their lollies. No one here is skimping on sugar because you can't. You skimp on sugar, you get dropped. You got to keep the sugars in. So it's amazing how much food I've seen Tori pack in. She can really chow it down, and that goes for all the fast girls, man. They can demolish bags of lollies. No worries, mate. You put them down, they're gone a second later. Junior rider on the right there in the red Focus there. He needs a lighter bike too. That bike's quite heavy, disc brakes. And this is the last push here. Again with the rider, the ARA rider jump on the front there and just keeping the pace up. And I didn't know we are going that quick. I just had no fucking idea, no idea. And then when I uploaded it, it said 30 and 30. I'm like, dude, 30 and 30, really? What? So look at this. There's a bit of a gap opening there. You see, you can sort of see people on the limit. Tori's on the limit. Caitlin's on the limit, and then Caitlin's like, "No, I've got to go to the push." So I guess Caitlin knew what time she was going for. Like she's like chasing the pair. Look at her. Look at her. So I'm just going to sit on a wheel just to showcase the energy. Here's Natasha later on cruising up here, so you can sort of see the different Yeah, you look at the pedaling with intensity on the left, Natasha's just cruising up there on the right. So you can still see that energy difference. Okay, if you want to go fast, you got to push with that energy. And as soon as across the line, boom, the pedals just chill. Okay, what I'm going to do here is we're going to do a U-turn. I'm sort of going to slow down here to let the riders pass, so you can see just how many people were behind us who got shredded off by the chicks setting that pace there, and those two guys there. Let's have a look back. I'm just going to do a U-turn and make sure I check my shoulder. I don't do a U-turn without checking your shoulder. Okay, road's clear. Let's turn around. Always pay attention. All right, doesn't matter how gas you are, always pay attention. And now all these riders coming up. Look at that. Just gaps, gaps, gaps. Amazing. Hot day, hard conditions, and it just goes to show the depth of talent we have here in Adelaide, Australia. It's just amazing, amazing. So this is the first lap. I did another 2 laps. Great day for it. 2 unders coming up next week. Come down here, enjoy it. Adelaide's a fucking great place for it, man. Adelaide's the best in the world to train for sure, man. It's just it's unbelievable. Look at that. There's riders from our group still coming up. Just just a shrapnel. There's like a cluster bomb. Bang. Riders everywhere. Good fun. Everyone's getting fitter. Just push hard. If you get dropped, doesn't matter. Just keep pushing. If you ain't getting dropped, you ain't riding with better riders. If you ain't getting dropped, you're not riding with riders who are good enough, to push you. So you've got to go out there. You've got to get dropped. You've got to get tested. You've got to hurt. Pain is necessary. Suffering's optional. And that's what it takes. You saw it right there in the video. People just going for it. Some people get dropped, some people don't. Some days you're the hammer, some days you're the nail. Just get out there, get the sweat on, get the carbs in, and just fucking crank it. Turn it up. Turn it up, mate. The climb, you know where it starts, you know where it finishes. Turn up and get it going. 80% of success is just showing up, man. Literally just showing up. That's what I do every Saturday last few weeks. Just show up, man. Just fucking show up and hurt.